Shalom. My name is Moshe. Moses. Perhaps you've heard of me? There are a couple movies about me. Maybe you've seen Prince of Egypt, Ten Commandments. Well, I'd like to share with you the upcoming holiday that is beginning very soon. Pesach, Passover, the commemoration of the freedom of Israelites who were slaves in Egypt for hundreds of years. We followed Joseph in. We were fed. We lived great in Egypt until a new Pharaoh arose and threatened the Jewish people. And me, well, I was a baby placed in the Nile, as all Jewish children were sent to the river, but I was saved by the princess. And I was raised as a prince of Egypt until I saw what the evil Egyptian taskmasters were doing, whipping and beating the Jewish slaves. I had to help. And by helping, I knew I had to flee, and I fled, and I was up in the mountains far away where I met my lovely wife. I met Jethro, my father-in-law, and I saw the burning bush. And the burning bush, a symbol of God, said, "Moses, go back to Egypt. Tell the Pharaoh to let my people go." But I was slow of tongue, and I said, "Please give me help." He sent me my brother Aaron, and Aaron and I, with the help of our sister Miriam, went to Pharaoh and said, "Let our people go." We were slaves. It was awful. And God brought 10 plagues, 10 awful things to come to the Egyptian people, till Pharaoh, who had hardened his heart, said, "Go, leave." And that's what had happened. A night before we left, we had everyone offer Pesach, a lamb offering. Put the blood on the doorpost. Eat that for dinner. And make matzah. Have the bitter maror, the bitter herb. And that was the first Seder while we were still in Egypt. And then we fled. We packed things up. We left. We started going towards the Red Sea. Suddenly, Pharaoh had changed his mind. The Egyptian soldiers were following us. We were doomed. The Red Sea, the soldiers. But God parted the Red Sea, and we escaped to our freedom. The sea closed up on the Egyptian soldiers, but we were free. Miriam, with her tambourine, sang a dance. The women danced and celebrated. Who is like God? Who is like the Lord? And yet, we were in the desert 40 years. In Mount Sinai, 3 months later, we received the 10 Commandments. Dayenu, it would have been enough if we had been freed. Dayenu, it would have been enough if God had opened up the Red Sea. Dayenu, if we would have received the 10 Commandments. Dayenu, God led us to the promised land 40 years later. I was never allowed in, but as you can see by my backdrop, Jaffa oranges are abound. So this Pesach, this Seder, this coming Wednesday night, for some of you also Thursday night, watch out for Elijah, Eliyahu. Look hard for the Afikomen. Remember the symbols of the Seder plate. And don't forget to mention not just the matzot, but the lamb offering and the maror, the bitter herbs, the haroset, the bricks that taste sweet to us, the karpas, the parsley, or other green herbs dipped into salt water, reminding us of our tears, the egg, spring, rebirth, and the symbols of the fours, the 4 grape juices or wine, the 4 questions of the children, foretold in the past to the future. Hag Sameach from Moses to you.